Hey class, so I put both of these pots of water on at the exact same time. Okay, this one right here has a smaller mass than this pot. So even though they may have gotten the same amount of energy because they were both turned on high, even though this one may have gotten the same amount of energy as this one right here, as you can see, because of the smaller mass, the temperature rose quicker. This one is taking longer for the temperature to rise, even though they may have the same thermal energy. Okay? If I were to turn this one off and take it off of the burner, okay, let it cool down just a little bit. The thermal energy may go down in this one right here because the burner's not on. This one's continually going up, but the water itself is hotter. It's got a higher temperature, but this one's going to have more thermal energy even though it's cooler, because the energy is dispersed into the liquid. Okay? Another way to look at that is if I were to take, let's go ahead and turn both of these off. If I were to take this red food coloring, let's let the red food coloring be the energy. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Get that stir. Alright. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, looking at the waters, this one is a little bit harder to tell. This one is darker than this one right here. See? Much darker than this one. They both got the same amount of energy. We're going to pretend like this is energy too. They both got the same amount of thermal energy, but it's more concentrated in here than it is in this one. So this one up here, it's hotter. Okay, think of how red it is as how hot it is. This one's hotter, even though it has the same amount of thermal energy as this one, because it has less mass. I could even add 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit more. So now this one has more thermal energy, and it still doesn't, it's not as hot as this one, but it has more. And why is that? It's because the mass is higher. So just because something is hotter does not mean that it has more energy. Okay? You also have to take the mass in account, or how much, that's kind of like the weight and the size of it. How many of the particles are in there? How many of the particles are in that? This has more water molecules, more particles than this does.